what's up, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving deep into Spectre Divide, especially Ghostling. We're going to go over some tips and tricks on how to use them. One of the most game-changing tactics for dominating the battlefield. If you want to outplay your opponent with smart positioning and flawless execution, stick around because I've got just the best tips and tricks lined up for you. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive Spectre Divide content. Let's get into it. Just going off, obviously, his skills. So obviously you have partition, right? You deploy a wall that blocks his line of sight for 8 seconds. So obviously it's good when you're trying to get to cover. So a lot of times people just throw it out there, right? But if you're trying to get in cover in the open, just throw it out there and just run, right? Dupe is one of his most underrated skill. So obviously, if you guys ever played Apex Legends, basically a mirage decoy, right? So it lasts about 5.5 seconds, right? So now, one of the biggest things is if you're standing still and you throw it, well, wrong button. But if you go ahead and throw it, he's gonna walk, right? Now, if you're not aiming down sights, he's gonna run. So one of the biggest things to know is if you're standing still, not looking down sights, he's gonna run. If you aim down sights, he's gonna walk. Right? So a lot of times, if you know an enemy's behind this wall, I would just slowly throw it out there, wait for them. You're gonna catch them on half the reload. A lot of times they'll shoot, and they're like, oh, decoys, I start reloading, peek out, you're gonna catch them on the reload. Now, you have his little grenade, right? So, you step on it, it blurs the vision, so you can't see anything inside. Just be careful when you throw it, it is a big radius. So if you throw it in the corner, and you try to peek, right, you're also gonna get caught by it. I've done that a few times, so make sure you guys don't do it. If you do, make sure you shoot through the walls, right? Now, I'll put some gameplay so you guys can see his decoys being used.
Dead zone. Running a dupe.
Up in the hole mine. Swarm grenade up. Swarming them.
Sending the dupe.
Barrier. Priming the Zeus.
Obviously, one of his biggest things is going for him is literally just his decoys, right? And then for planting bombs, I always divide, right? So obviously you can get to the points easier. So, example, if you need to get through, let's say there's a box over here, you need to get through it, put your divide, right? Boom. Now, if they go through it, they will get that little second, right? So obviously it's about a second, 2 seconds, right? Max to blind them. So
Partitioning.
now it does go through the walls, it does go through the boxes, so if you know your enemy's behind this wall, you can just throw it, right? They can't see you sneaking up. Throw your decoy, wait for the wall to go down, and boom, they're gonna shoot your decoy and you're gonna shoot, right? So those are just little tips when it comes to Ghostling. So there's not much to go over them. His skill gap is pretty easy to use, pretty straightforward.
Sending the dupe.
Last alive on your team.
Dupe away.
Round one.
Partitioning. Partition. Partition going up. Ready on the
Nice,
Zeus.
good retake.